Hey there, healthcare warriors. So you've been called to the C-suite, or you need to set up a meeting with the C-suite. Either way, this can bring up a variety of emotional responses. For some of us, it feels like being called to the principal's office, and there are a number of reasons for that. The people in the C-suite have some of the same personality traits as the people who used to run your school. For others, it may just mean the frustration of not knowing how to prepare for a successful meeting. Either way, I have some tips for this, and I'd like to walk you through these tips to help you prepare and to help you not be as anxious and to help you have a successful outcome for your meeting. So let's say it's the CEO. If you're the head of a department, or even a physician in the hospital or a nurse manager, this is not unreasonable. You have the credentials to be granted such a meeting, as do many other players on the team. How you approach this meeting is critical. You can't wing this. You have to prepare, and it can't be spontaneous. There are several rules that you're going to have to follow to set this meeting up for success. And the first one, rule number one, is to set your meeting up in advance. You have to schedule it. You can't just walk in and be spontaneous about this meeting. That's not the kind of people that you'll find in the C-suite. They don't value spontaneity. Flexibility doesn't come naturally to them. They may feel like, okay, I can be flexible, but they have to work at it. So if you want your meeting to start off on the right foot, schedule it in advance. Don't make them work hard for that piece of it. Schedule the meeting in advance. And then number two is to be early. You see, for them, on time means being early. And if you actually show up on time, they're going to consider you to be late. So being early is on time. And so for some of them, that means showing up 15 to 30 minutes early for your meeting. That's just who they are. That's part of their core values. And we've talked a number of times about core values and the importance of knowing and speaking the language of the core values of the person sitting across the table from you. And this is just bringing it home and implementing that. So rule number one, set up the meeting in advance. Rule number two, show up early, because early is on time. Now, rule number three is know your information and present it in a stepwise, structured manner without emotions. Blueprints are the people who tend to live in the C-suite. The blueprint personality tends to live in the C-suite. And blueprints and knowledge personality types believe that when emotions go high, intelligence goes low. So don't be emotional about what it is you're presenting. Check your emotions at the door. Leave them at the door. Almost like taking your shoes off. Leave your emotions at the door. But equally important, present that information in a stepwise structured fashion. And number four, bring a handout that shows your information in a stepwise structured fashion. They want to see that handout. They want to see it bullet pointed out in a handout, preferably in a folder. It'd be nice if you can use, colored or bold print for your bullet points. They want it that structured, that systematic, that planned out. So that handout is step number four. They want that. That's going to make them less anxious. That's going to help them calm down, which is going to make them more open to what you're presenting. That's going to make them we're able to hear what you're saying and what is important to you. So make it easy on them, because that in turn makes it easy on you. Rule number 5, show the cost. If you know what their budget is, then by all means, come in under budget. I don't care if you're only like $5 under budget, be under budget. And if you don't know the budget, show a proposal that doesn't have numbers until you know what that budget is. Talk about it a little more nebulously. Talk about it in terms of, we can have this option or this option or this option until you know what that budget is. But once you know the budget, show the cost and come in under budget. If you go over budget, they're going to consider you risky. And step number 6 is acknowledge the risk. They want to know what the risk is, because blueprints are very, very risk averse. They hate risk. Risk to them is like an allergy. If you show them a proposal or a plan or something that's important to you and you don't show them where the risk is, they're going to go in there and they're going to try to sniff that out, because they're going to think you're hiding something from them. So go ahead and show them, okay, this is where we might run into a little trouble, and this is how I intend to take care of it. And this is where we run into trouble in the past, and this is how we solved it. And this is how we'll move forward on your project. They're very, very risk averse. Like I said, it's like an allergy for them. So acknowledge the risk right up front. Be open about it. Enter into a dialogue about where the risk is. And they're going to trust you more because you did that. If you're an action or a nurturing type, none of this is going to feel natural to you. It's not going to come naturally at all. However, if you follow these steps, your meeting is going to be more successful. Why would I do that? Because I want to see you succeed. I want to see both sides succeed. If you do this, you're going to be more successful. And the blueprint person is going to feel more comfortable during the meeting, and therefore is going to be more likely to trust you, is going to be more open to hearing what you have to say. This is going to be more likely to be a win-win, a win for you and a win for them, and possibly even a win-win-win, meaning also a win for the organization or a win for your patients. And that's really what this is all about, because if I can do that, they can help both, then I can help both parties put joy back into their workplace, put trust back into their workplace. And I can keep more people in healthcare for a longer period of time. I can put safety back into healthcare. I can put trust back into healthcare. This is why I do this. This isn't about me padding my pockets with money. This is about me helping the people who are currently working in healthcare and are feeling overwhelmed and are feeling like they have nowhere to turn. So if there's something more than I can do for you, please let me know. Try these things out and let me know what works for you and what doesn't. I'm Dr. Nan Nessel, and I'm here to help.